Hello, hello. Welcome to Wellness Wellbeing Wednesday, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are live here in Atami, in El Salvador, in La Libertad, Costa. And we are so honored to be here. My name is Michelle Maynard MacArthur. I am your hospitality, health, and wellness strategist that is here to help guide you through a positive process for change. And we have audio. I hope that we can hear. If anyone out there can give me thumbs up if we do have audio, just want to make sure that everything is good. Audio is good. All right, fantastic. This right here today at Wellness Wellbeing Wednesday is one of our last at the moment in Atami. From this beautiful backdrop for a while, we are going to relocate over to a beautiful another place called Xanadu, the Playa de Xanadu, and it is beautiful just as well. Today, we have a special guest back on, but today we are going to talk about her actual business, and that right there is going to be very exciting. But again, my name is Michelle Maynard MacArthur. As your hospitality, health, and wellness strategist, my focus, my purpose, my passion is to help guide you through a positive process for change. And that is with a lean, holistic healing approach from the inside out. That lean stands for your lifestyle, your exercise, your attitude, and your nutrition, while taking and showing you to those top luxury wellness destinations all over the world. The podcast, the wellness tips, are brought to you by MacArthur Accommodations, where we are a hospitality, health, and wellness coaching and consulting company that specializes with you executives so that you have an opportunity to reflect, recharge, and renew yourself one step at a time. We really dive into medical tourism, which is why in these locations. But today, our guest, we are going to talk about animal wellness. So for all of you fur baby lovers and mamas out there, for your kitty cats, your poochies, your horses, whatever that animal is, we are here to talk about that. But more so, I'm a dog. We love dogs, and we've been here in El Salvador. Dr. Doctora Gabriela is going to come on, and she is with Vet on the Call, Vet on the Road. Vet on the Road is a house call. She comes out to you to really give that treatment to your poochies and your kitty cats, just that love right there at your doorstep. And she brings everything, and she's going to talk about her business. Under that umbrella is Tito's Hope. You guys might be thinking, wait, didn't y'all have this Tito's Hope fundraiser and this other thing? I think she came on Travel Tip. Yes, it is the same amazing, beautiful lady. So without further ado, I just want to ask her to come on and say, thank you, Gabby. Gracias por estar aquí.
Thank you, Michelle,
Gracias
for having me
por
again.
estar.
Thank you.
Yes, and thank you for being so special, because this is going to be a special one down as the years to come.
Yes.
That we will be here in different places, but we are located right now in El Salvador. And so I am just going to give Gabby the stage so she can just talk about Vet on the Road and talk about what this is and how it came to come. So.
Yeah, well, Vet on the Road is a business that me and my business partner, Doctora Diana Sanchez, were building together. We finally registered officially in El Salvador in 2025. So last year, we're a new business, but we're two entrepreneur veterinarians that want to give a personalized and more close veterinary service to our patients. It's not the same like just going to a clinic, waiting at the waiting room for hours, and like just having like a 25-minute consultation after waiting for so long, and having your dog or cat so stressed just because they're at the waiting room. So the idea of doing house calls and coming to the people and just like being in the patient environment, in their comfort zone, It's just to give you a more personalized and more close relationship with your veterinarian, and also like avoiding the huge amount of stress that causes to animals. Just getting in the car could be very stressful for a cat or a dog. And well, with that, like driving for an hour to the city and then sitting at the waiting room with so many smells and so many sounds and so many things that just for a vaccine, for example, will shut down their immune system just because of the amount of stress they had, instead of just having a quick house call at their home when they feel safe, where they feel comfortable, where they feel loved. And like we get to talk, we get to see the environment, we can even give personalized tips and personalized suggestions on how to take care best of your pet, because we're looking at the environment where they live. And so like that, we build that relationship with our clients and of course with our patients, and we try to be as thorough and as close as possible as we can be. Like you can also you have a direct line to text us, to write down, to send a video, to send a picture and ask, hey doctor, is this normal? Should I be worried? Can you give me a tip? And then like if it's necessary, we book a consultation. But if not, we also try to be friendly and be easy to reach, so you can have a vet just for your pet that is available most of the time. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say 24/7 because we're not, but I try to be as much accessible as I can with my clients, and of course, because I love my patients.
You love your job, and it's one of the things too I want to say that with Gabby is that, or Doctora Gabby, is that while we went through and the intertwine with Tito's Hope, but as a dog and bringing my little old little Cassie over here, she was there going, wait, let's do this. She even showing me. I was like, no, I can't give a little injection just because she's having some hard times walking and she's 12 years old. And Dr. Gabby's like, no, 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 go and here, let me show you. On the time she couldn't be here, but then on the other time, she's treating both dogs at the same time. But if you go to her Instagram feed, I've posted it right there. If you go to that, you can scroll down and you can see. I mean, there's many times she may get a phone call and it's not during the day. It's not during work hours.
Yeah.
It can be like it's at night. And that's usually when all these emergencies happen, and at night. And she's like actually getting it and she's going there. There's one that while we have the beautiful joy of with, when she went and as a doctor to see the well-being of the animals and the strays on the streets, she's also making sure they have that medical. But when the dogs get adopted, and we had 4 babies, it just, it was bittersweet for me. I think for her too. We had them in our homes,
yeah,
and they're adopted and they have beautiful new homes now. She also gets the calls that are the sad ones, that maybe the people at home, the families, didn't really know how to take care of their babies.
Yeah.
And this one, I think one just she had a wound on the head, and parasites and different things were going in, and it was very, very sick. And the baby was old, and she had to let the baby go into sleep.
Yes.
I guess is the best way, because they were in a lot of pain, and she wanted to make sure they weren't. That's got to be the hard at the end of the night. But she puts her heart and soul into this. And I'm kind of moving away. The sun is amazing, but the sun is going to be, what's going to be great is that it will drop here in just a few minutes. We wanted to do it a different time. But for Vet on the Road, it's one of these things that she will have all of the equipment, whatever's needed. If she needs, and if she determines needs to go to the hospital. Mm-hmm. And we are located here in La Costa, in La Libertad Costa is the proper, right?
Exactly, the Libertad Costa, all the way through Surf City and beyond.
To Misata.
Misata, we go to Misata too.
And so if y'all saw my travel tips yesterday, you'll see Misata. But she will go into San Salvador which is not just down the street. It is about an hour or 2 hours, sometimes it depends on the traffic, there to the pet hospital to make sure that what's needed. She's got her partner that's in the city that goes through. And if it's like late at night, she's taking that animal there. These are things. But let me talk to you too about if somebody's coming.
Yeah.
So if somebody is coming and traveling here and they're traveling with their pet, all of you
Yeah.
lovers that want to travel here to El Salvador, maybe it's for a week, maybe it's for a month, maybe who knows, it's just a weekend you want to bring. This is where I want you to talk about what you can do for them.
Well, it's for me, whoever owns a dog or a cat, and if you travel, please try to do it with them. They deserve to be next to you. They are part of your family. They're like children, and they deserve to also be with you while you travel, even though that might sounds complicated and difficult or maybe impossible, but it's not. It's pretty easy if you follow the protocol that is there. Depends on what country you come. But if you're coming to El Salvador, first keep in mind that we are in the tropics. We have a tropical weather. And the main thing that we can find in this kind of weather, it's parasites. So you really want to make sure that your dog or your cat has a parasite control before coming in El Salvador. External parasites like ticks and fleas are available here in El Salvador, and you don't want your pet to get one of the diseases they carry. So external parasites are important, but also remember we also have heartworm in this type of weather, and so you can give a little prevention. It's not really anything hard to give. It's just a pill that you can buy at any pet store, and as long as you know like the weight of the weight, like in what range of weight they are, you can give like a heart guard pill or an endoguard pill. Anything that has ivermectin will do the trick to keep your dog or your cat safe from heartworm. Now, for cats, you need to be careful. We don't give ivermectin in high doses to cats. So you can find like little pipetas, we call it, which is like what the liquid that goes on the neck. And there are different types for cats. So make sure that whatever you give is designed for a cat or a dog, whatever your pet is. So that, and remember also that we're still in the risk of rabies. We're not a rabies free country, sadly. I hope we will be soon, but for now you need to make sure that your cat or dog has a still up to date rabies shot, because if you don't, and your cat, well, first of all, it's mandatory that they have the rabies before leaving the country where they live. But make sure that for the time period that you're going to be in El Salvador, that it doesn't expire. Because if it expires in El Salvador and you try to go back to the States or to Canada or another country, then you will have a problem because it expired in El Salvador, and then the dog or the cat might have been exposed to any rabies contact. And then you will need to fill up another protocol. I mean, it's not impossible that they get back to their original homes, but you don't want to deal with that. So before leaving your country, make sure that they have an up-to-date rabies shot and that it's not going to expire on the time that you're here in El Salvador, and that you have plenty of time to put it again when you're back at home. Otherwise, if it's about to expire and you're afraid that you're going to be in El Salvador when that happens, just do another shot before leaving your country so you're sure that it's not going to be you're not going to have that problem.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yes. For that, I think it's like the main things that you want, like protect your pets coming to El Salvador. And there's other vaccines that are not really mandatory, but because we're on the tropics, it's easy to find like distemper cases or parvovirus or other than that. If your animal is a young animal and hasn't been immunized for so long, like year after year, my recommendation is that you do it before coming to El Salvador. But if it's an old dog like Cassie, for example, that she has received probably more than 3 or 4 times a yearly vaccine, then she must have some immune system, a memory immune system that will protect her for anything that is here in the country. And remember, all of this is personalized. Like we cannot say, okay, this protocol is for every single animal. Like for me, medicine should be personalized and it goes to the individual. And every individual has its own needs. So if your dog is not going to go out as much, probably you don't need so many things. But if it's an outdoor animal that goes to you everywhere, maybe you need to be extra careful. So it depends on the age, on the activities, on this lifestyle, on the own health of the animal. Um, so for that, it's always needed to have a veterinary that you trust, that you know that person cares about your animal, and that will be honest and transparent with what your pet needs.
Mm-hmm. Which is definitely what Gabby and Dr. Gabby does. And when we were talking about with coming over here, get with your vet, because like with Cassie, the vet in Plano, which was amazing, they went and made sure that she had all of her immunizations just to go through. We had to fill out something with the CDC, with the airlines, and everything, of course, to go through the proper protocol, which was very easy. But then what they did was they said, hey, hers expires a little bit after, but we think it's safer to go all the way till October, which I just reminded myself, okay, so October that she has it. When we got here, what Dr. Gabi did is she's like, oh, making sure that everything's done, because we came into the country, then the what's it called? The para los animales, in the gobierno, the government part for the animals.
Yeah.
They made sure they were ready for our dog, and they have, of course, had in the airport, you'll have all of the sniff dogs from the as far as from the government, looking for different things that you're not supposed to have. Same when you come to different countries. But then they were ready to receive Cassie, and they said, hey, let's see your paperwork. They provided us with paperwork to show that we had the stamp able to provide to be here, whether you and they want to know about how long you're going to be here. And then that's where Dr. Gabi looked at everything. Well, we want to make sure that everything's good for Cassie to go. Then we got Camelo here. So that's where, if you come here and you find an animal you want to take, where Dr. Gabby is going to make sure that, depending on time, she will take the paperwork and send it off for different testing, like you did to Kansas City, I think,
Yeah.
to make sure, like Camelo can travel within that certain time frame. But for Cassie, we got her rabies just in case, to be super safe, because I didn't want her to get sick. But maybe it's just something that is, you don't know, that you just are worried, and you're in a hotel room or somewhere, she will come to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she's got her Instagram page. That's right there. You can connect with her. Just subscribe to the channel right here below. If you're on LinkedIn, if you're on my Facebook, just put a connection to connect with Vet on the Road, so that she can reach out and send any of the details. We communicate a lot via WhatsApp. So if you're in different countries, you're like, oh yeah, Michelle, we know, we understand. In the United States, they don't use that as much, but let me know. My number is here available, and you can text me, or just comment below on what you would like if you're looking to travel. If you're looking to travel to another place and you want to say, hey, can I book a little consultation with you, and with Gabby, as far as she'll be able to give you some guidance and stuff, and say that virtually, right? Because you go virtually.
Sure. Yeah.
And what else can we say? Because you drive there, you've got all of the equipment, you're growing.
Yes, we're growing, thank God.
Yeah.
Shall we do this like this, maybe? Come here.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Looky there. We got the pool right there. So, Gabby, yeah, talk about a little bit. That's good.
About,
As
sorry,
far as
got lost.
yeah, we'll talk a little bit about what else. If there's, some people have the pet insurance. I don't know how that's kind of involved with people that are traveling or anything else that might be. You've talked about some great tips when traveling of what's needed. Is there any protocols for someone just to make sure that they, what you'd like to see? Obviously, dental cleaning their ears, cleaning, anything that you want to give just as some main tips to keep them healthy so that they don't end up like the poor little baby that had to go over the rainbow.
Yeah.
As far as that you would like to see, if you had your wish list, just a few
Oof.
5 things,
Uh-huh.
just to share what you would like.
Well, if I can say, like, if I can uh, put the main things you need to know about how to have a healthy dog or a healthy cat. I'm sorry. Well, first is parasite control. Like, we see a huge difference between an animal that's full with parasites and one that is not. So try to find the best parasite control that fits your needs, fits your budget. There's plenty of things in the market. You can go natural if you want, but keep in mind that you need to do it constantly, maybe daily, if you want to go naturally in against ticks and fleas. But otherwise, there's products at the market that are not invasive and that are not really harmful for the body. Uh, Try to combine. Try to, like, don't use only one all the time or for the whole life, but like I try to mix it, like the pills combined with the colors, so the system can take a little break from the pills, and like try to use different methods so you don't overuse only one throughout their whole life. The second thing that I would say is the most important is the food. Like, keep in mind, like, now we are more aware of what a natural type of diet it does to the body, and we need to apply that to the animals too. Like, we have created a system where it's easy and fast food for the animals, like the kibble, the dry food, the packages, and the little wet food that you can find at the markets. But do we really want to do that for their whole life? Like, would you give your kids cereal their whole life and that's it? I think the answer is no. And you can tell the difference of a dog that has at least little portions of natural diet throughout the day. Like, you can give fruits, you can give smashed veggies, you can give chicken, you can do even raw, with someone that can guide you through the process, because it's not just giving raw food, but you need to prepare it, and that's easy. Also, I can explain really quick. If we do a consult, like, I can explain you really quick how to do it. It's not that complicated, but it needs to follow some protocols of hygiene. So try for the natural food whenever you can. Don't be afraid of that. And apply that, as natural as possible. You don't want processed food or too cooked food, or too spicy, or nothing. Like, they just need some boiled things and veggies and fruits as much as you can. So that for me will be the second one. The third one will be exercise. Like, animals need to be active, need recreation. Like, they are intelligent beings. Like, they have a mind that needs to be, you know interacting and busy at doing stuff, because they're like kids. And if you have a bored kid that's not doing anything, well, of course they were gonna get into trouble. And then you get frustrated. You don't understand your dog. The dog does messy things, is naughty. And then we see the abandonment side, because people don't understand their pets. So try to do some training for yourself. When I work with Javier from Casa Can, the dog trainer, I always tell him, you are training me, because he is teaching me to understand the dogs that live at my house. So try to do that. Find a dog trainer that will meet your needs and you feel confident working with. And try to find tips, like there's many things that you can do to keep a dog busy, just using like a plastic bottle and fill it with holes and put anything that they like inside so they can take it out from the holes, and that will keep him busy for an hour or so. So anything that you can do to keep them busy, or bring him to a walk, run with them, whatever they need. It depends also on their age. So that would be the third one. The fourth one, wow. um well, have a vet that you trust.
Yeah.
Of course, you need to, like, it's like having a pediatrician. You need to have an open communication with the person taking care of your animals. And I'm not saying it's me, but whoever you feel connection, whoever you feel that cares enough for your animals, whoever you trust and that has seen your animals grow, is the best person to take care of your animals. So try have always someone, a veterinarian that you trust, to take care of your dogs. Don't self-medicate. Don't do that. Don't just buy a deworming pill every 3 months at the agro store like we do here in El Salvador. Sometimes just like having a vet giving the deworming to your animal, that vet is gonna check the lymphatic glands, it's gonna check the temperature, it's gonna check the gums. So just for a small deworming, we can find things that I will alert my client and say, hey, I found this is unusual. I suggest we do this. So having a checkup periodically and having a veterinarian that you trust in your family, it's key to prevent. Like medicine that will prevent is even better than whatever that cures the problems.
right.
And last one, like, do blood work at least once a year. And this is, I don't know in other countries, but in El Salvador is especially important because as we are in the tropics and we have a high um, presence of ticks, and in the fleas, in the case of cats, these parasites carry diseases like anaplasma for the cats and ehrlichia for the dogs. And for the dogs, it's not just ehrlichia, there are many, and they are very aggressive and lethal, but also silent, that they don't show any symptoms and they can just live in the dog throughout their life, and one day, boom, they're super anemic, they have kidney failure, they have liver failure, and so many things. But this can be caught on time just with a blood work that you do at least annually. If you can do it twice a year, perfect. But if you cannot, at least once a year, do a blood work on your dog, because they don't speak. They are like kids, like you need to be extra precautious. You need to be extra observative because they don't tell you how they feel. You need to find out. You need to see. You need to feel. You need to sometimes listen, but not that they speak, but because they make sounds and stuff. So, that's not really easy, especially if you're a cat owner. The cats don't really show symptoms of anything because it's in their nature. They are predators, so they need to show they're healthy. Otherwise, they're weak in nature, and that's not good for a predator. So, especially cats, when they're really, really sick and they show symptoms, it's because it's too late. So, if you can check up your pets at least once a year, that'll be the best.
Those are some good tips. And if you need a veterinarian, there we go. Because if you're like, Michelle, we're in the States. Wait, what are we going to do? She can come to you local or virtually, so that you can kind of get some things go and understand that a little bit better. So this right here is when with Wellness Wellbeing Wednesday, it's yes, it's for us, but did you hear how much, if it's just for humans, but it's also for your babies, your fur babies that are there to kind of see what to take care of, because these are the ones that are just closest to us, that we want to be there and we want them to be okay, as far as, and it's so important, especially if you have a support animal, if it's like one of your service support animals, or they're an emotionally support animal, or it's just your baby to just be there. These right here, you want to make sure that you have the best expertise with, a licensed veterinarian for the puppies. You want to make sure you've got those medical accolades and licenses that know what they're talking about and can make sure that they're guiding you properly.
Yeah, and if I can add anything to that, Michelle, is like talking about wellness. We also want our pets to be healthy because we can share many diseases with them.
Yep.
And if your animal has parasites, most likely you will have parasites, unless you don't touch your animal and they're like at a corner in your house, and but that's not what anyone should do. And so on, like many other things. We provide wellness and health to the animals, but because also we want to make sure that the people around these animals are healthy too. So helping the animals is also helping the people. I always say that. And if you also have a happy and healthy dog, that brings wellness to you. Like they have such powerful souls that connects to ours. That is incredible. That's why dogs are the only animals that can be service animals for humans. You don't see any other animals being a support an emotional support animal for a humans, but a dog, because we have such a great connection with them. Like they are our babies, they are our children's, nature wise. Like we created these animals somehow. They used to be wolves and they evolved just to be next to us. So if you're happy, if your dog is happy, if your dog it has a good health, that will come to you. Like you will see in people how their attitude changes when an animal is around, especially a dog. So it's also wellness for us when our dogs are happy and they have all the needs taken care of.
Yep. And that's one of the differences too that go with that was Camilla, y'all. And he loves Gabby. He loves her. As far as in the States, it's not so known. It's just people are not so educated with the parasites, but it's a fact. I mean, if you came to the clinic or if you're in holistic wellness, you're like, yeah, it is. You go through the parasite cleansing. Here, it's on billboards. I mean, for humans. And so, yes, it's a big thing that they know for animals, but yes, it's intertwined. So you want to make sure. But this right here with Vet on the Road, yeah, there's a lot of different ones that will come. I can just personally tell you that there's nobody that just you see her heart and soul, and you'll see some of the videos on her Instagram. She's going to be having a Facebook that'll be, and as she's growing right there, more ways to kind of reach out and share. But please share her contact information, because it's something that is it's important. She's available to you virtually, and she can help you with whatever guidance. If you are in the States, if you are in Canada, if you're in Africa, or if you're in Europe, obviously she'll give you some guidance of finding something there. But if you're coming here, it's going to be the best thing that you have, especially if you're bringing your fur baby, your pet here. And it's been wonderful having you here, Gabby.
You.
I it's always such a pleasure, and I'm honored, with what we do for Tito's. and being able to do that. But this being your business, this is how you support the nonprofit, and how any of us with nonprofit and our philanthropical work is, our jobs help support our passions. And so this is what Vet on the Road is. So I ask you, support her, reach out to her, see, how you can get her expertise, and book a consultation, book a call with her. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world. She would be grateful so that she can share the education and be able to work. Obviously, she loves it when she can be and to be touching the animals wherever he went, that she's there. But these animals just come up to her. There was one that she went up the mountain to take care of, to Vito, and just her voice, the animals are like touching their heads, and she just has this loving sense about that she connects with the animals. And it's like, it's a blessing that you are able to do what your passion is and be able to kind of just disfrutar from that.
Yes.
So I want to say thank you. Before we close, Gabby, is there anything else, any final words that you want to say to just all the listeners out there?
Well, if you ever need a consult, or if you ever need some support taking care of your animals, we are available. We can reach out to us through WhatsApp mainly, and our social media. The main one is Instagram. You can see our work there. And we try to we try to book at least 24 hours ahead, so we can dedicate the time that your pet needs, and you especially, so we try to book with at least 24 hours ahead, so we can give you like it's an exact hour of our time, so we can cover all your questions and your needs. But if you have an emergency, you can also reach out to us, and if we're already booked, we will give you some guidance on where to go. We partner with a hospital at the city, and they take care of our patients when it's a hospitalization is needed, or like something more delicate needs to be performed. So we also have that capacity to provide further examination thanks to this partner, Hospital Canino Real, that I want to especially say thank you to them, because they have been so supportive, and they have opened their doors for our patients. So they are also part of our family, Hospital Canino Real. And right now we're growing. I cover the area of Surf City and La Libertad. So throughout the coast, you will find me. But if you are in the city or the surroundings, well, Doctora Diana Sanchez is the one that takes care of that area. So right now we are located in La Libertad and San Salvador, but we hope that we can find more vets along the way that will soon, like they want to be part of our team. And then when we can expand to other parts of El Salvador and even other countries. So we are big dreamers, and any support that you can provide, or even if you just want to be our client, that would be a huge way to support. And we want to like take care of your pets. So it's a relationship. It's a win-win relationship where you support us, but we also take care of the ones you love the most.
Yeah. And if you want, also you're like, okay, well, I don't need that. I don't even have, an animal right now, but I love them. And you just want to donate. Well, we're not here to talk about, Tito's Hope and Donate, but we will not turn that away. We definitely will not turn that away and reach out. Just comment below, say, hey, I want to give back to help some other animals. I can't have my animals right now, but I want to give back to that. And so comment below. So thank you, Gabby. Thank you so much. Well, it's been an honor. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode today, that we're talking about the animals. We're going to talk a little bit more about the animals, because it's just been something that has been calling me from El Salvador. Gabby's she's definitely going to be growing through Central America and the Americas. I see that that's going to be the first part. So I want to say thank you out there. And I want to go, and we're going to be closing right now. If you have any questions, reach out to us. I want to let you know if you're interested. Hey, I want to book a call with you for MacArthur accommodations. This is something that you can come through and reach out to me. We are a hospitality coaching and consulting firm that does specialize in health and wellness and medical tourism, that we are here to guide you and help you with those needs. We would be honored. The tips today are being brought to you by MacArthur Accommodations. And without further ado, we will catch you on the next episode. And I want to say sayonara, ciao, buenas noches, arrivederci, buonanotte. Thank you all. God bless you, and wishing you a beautiful, blessed, and prosperous night. Bye-bye.